But we're not done with silent yet. Next up is going to be green defect. Getting those silent cards another shot. Okay. Pathing. Well, this path sucks. 2 shops. This seems alright. 2 question marks, 3 fights. This is green defect. Did I do it wrong? It's green defect. That's an interesting idea. I'm not. I feel like the main reason that Unceasing Top doesn't work that way isn't because balance, but because of sort of design elegance. Because in order to like put text on Unceasing Top that makes it do the thing you're talking about, like not being blocked by statuses, basically, it just requires like Unceasing Top to be like really difficult to understand by reading it. Whereas right now it's like really elegant and simple. It's like, if your hand is empty, draw a card. That's it. I need to change the stream title because we're no longer a red silent. We're a green defect. Defect green is people. Don't you know? There are so many early elites here. We can fight just our choice of elite, fire elite paths. If we're not into that, we can take a relaxing bath over here, get some extra fires, and another one there, and then never fight an elite and die in Act 2. Salad bot, I love it. Alright, well that's the name of the YouTube video. This is Salad Bot. Ooh, Cynic. We could use the magic house colors for everything that doesn't involve Watcher. Purple is not really a magic color. I'm a little bit afraid of going through this route because there's no fire before the elite. And we don't get a neon bonus, so we could die to this elite. But I think we'd probably survive. And then we get some question marks in between this 2 elite bit. The 2 hard fights at the end might kill us too, but if we don't think we can hack that route, we can just go left and get extra fire. Kind of black. What? I don't think Watcher behaves in a black manner. If anything, I'd say she's white. Okay, got a perfect little Laos fight there. All Out Attack is a great floor 1 pick. These are all silent cards, so I forgot for a second that I was playing Defect. Defect generally doesn't have access to a lot of AoE. There's like Hyper Beam and like Sweeping Beam. So it's nice to have silent. Oh, you mean the like chromatically. I guess purple's kind of close to black. I mean, if red and blue are taken, then I guess black. Doom and Gloom and Electrodynamics are both not commons. You're right, there are cards that exist, but getting offered AoE on floor 1 as a defect is rare. So I think we'll grab it. Although, obviously, All Out Attack itself is not a common, so I'm not really strictly comparing those. We can take some money and go to 2 shops. Seems wrong. I want to take the money, though. I want that money. We'd go to 185, losing 11 hit points. We'd go to 53. Say we lose 10 in these two. We go to 43. Yeah, we could probably survive going through here at 43. Rest up, go to another elite. There's no late shop, though. It's very greedy. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it. I think we can afford that. Double strike seems fine. Dual cast is okay in the absence of another damaging option. Always doing those two. I think we'll strike and take 6 damage. Looking for lethal here, and we did not find it. We're looking for lethal in all the wrong places. We can't miss next turn. We have 3 strikes guaranteed, so we'll just walk out here. We only need 2 strikes. Duplication potion, thank you. Cool-headed's great. Cool-headed does kinds of things that Silent wants to do as well. Cool-headed's very exciting. It's not an attack. That's okay. Not everything has to be an attack. Just most things. If we double strike, we have a 50% chance of blocking for 6, which is sort of like blocking for 3. Cool-headed blocks for 2, but potentially blocks for more. And defend blocks for 5. So the max block that we know about is strike, strike, defend. If Cool-headed draws all-out attack, then we can Cool-head strike all-out attack and take 6, effectively blocking for 8. But blocking for 8 is still worse than strike, strike, defend, which blocks for... Oh, I guess that blocks for the same amount as strike, strike, defend, but is less random. We could also draw dual cast, which introduces more fun conditionals. So if we Cool-head and then dual cast, there's a 75% chance he takes at least 8 damage, which would mean that we could kill him. So it has a 75% chance of blocking for 6, which blocks for 4. And this blocks for 2, so that's 6 total, which is less than the 8 currently proposed. We could draw Zap, but that doesn't do anything. We could draw Defend, and then we could block for 12 total, but we wouldn't develop any damage, other than Lightning Orb damage. Blocking for 12 sounds pretty nice, given that most of these options block for 8, but most of the options that block for 8 also kill the Spikes line, at least sometimes. Yeah, I am not really sure if Cool-headed is a good start. I kind of think it isn't. It seems like the best outcome is all-out attack, and then defend is fine. But there's strikes or misses, zaps a miss, dual cast is kind of a miss. I guess I'll give it a shot. Okay, we got all-out attack. That's the best one. Cool. So we got our block for 8 and guaranteed lethal. Double defend blocks out. Zap does the most damage in a long fight. Might not be a long fight, but hey, whatever. Noxious Fumes is pretty interesting. Here's the Sir Artemal, was it you who was excited about Green Defect? I think somebody was really excited about Green Defect. I think it might have been Yvonne. Is Yvonne in Discord or anything? Because we should ping them. Now that this is happening, because it does look like we're doing the thing too. We're doing the Frost Orb plus Poison thing, probably. I think Noxious Fumes is probably better than Crippling Cloud. This is a great card reward. These are all totally good. Yeah. We have a little bit of AoE already, so we don't super need either of these, because those are both AoE. Yeah, Noxious Fumes and Frost Orbs is a very, like, checkmatey sort of build, which is generally, like, good for bosses and bad for hallway fights, because it takes a lot of time to set up, so hallway fights can just kill you while you're setting up. I think Fumes is too good to ignore. Alright, we've done our 3 easy pool fights, so let's hope this isn't one. I don't really want to remove a strike right before an elite, and I would like my money back from the slime, so I'll take that. Fumes on turn 1 is kind of what you're looking for, before we wake up Lagavulin. Really good potions, too, I want to call out. These are insane. Well, not much of a wake up here. I guess we dual cast? I'm not excited about it. Let's draw a card. And I think it's just Zap Defend to get those orbs going. Okay, dual cast Defend here is pretty nice. Block for 15. I think here is going to be all-out attack Zap Strike. Strike does more damage than dual cast if we expect the fight to go longer than 2 or 3 more turns. Now the hurt begins. Do we have lethal with Fire Potion and Duplication Potion? So we'd get 12 damage from hand, plus 20 is 32, plus 6 is 38, plus 6 is 44, so no. How long does it take for a scrub to get to Ascension 20? Well, by the time you get to Ascension 20, you are not a scrub, so I guess there's no answer to that question. But I think it takes, if you're doing, if you're playing one character and trying to like just really slamming your head into a wall and like actually trying to improve on each run and like trying to make sense out of what you're learning, I think you can probably do it in like 100 hours, which is it's a long time. It is not 5 rounds because it is up against strike, so the replacement damage is relevant. So dual cast only does 7 damage above replacement, which is why I say 2 or 3. So over 2 rounds, the orbs do 6 damage. These cards are bad. So we don't have lethal. Maybe we're trying to spend both these potions to get lethal later. We probably want a duplication potion on all-out attack. Maybe we should have done that before we played the last hand. I didn't think about it enough. But we have a decent chance of drawing back to it, although it'll do 4 less damage than it would have done before. Let's cool-headed. It blocks for 2, and it helps us draw back to all attack. Crap. These aren't the cards I was talking about. We might still have lethal, though. In fact, we do. With Fire Potion. Fire Potion is kind of an expensive resource, but spending it for 20 health is pretty good use of it, I would say. Max damage here is Zap Dual Cast. We actually get there without the Fire Potion, so we'll save that. Almost just spent it. Didn't need to. Reinforced body is great. Silent also has some just super excellent X-cost cards. I guess Skewer isn't quite as good as Whirlwind, but yeah, exactly. So if we're trying to do Frost Orb and Noxious Fume things, Reinforced Body seems like the pick. Poison Stab is also a possible deck participant. We've only picked one damage card, really. Noxious Fumes kind of counts. But our potions are nuts, so we can probably survive another elite fight, even if we didn't like rest here. We're gonna rest probably, but I think Reinforced Body is a pretty good pick here. Ooh, that's a fun sound. Escaverlator. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Escaverlator. Oh, was that too loud? Yeah, I've noticed in the past that those are too loud, and I have announced my intention to do something about it, and then I have not done anything about it. I just don't even remember how this is all set up. Hold on, I'm just gonna like fiddle with OBS here for a second. Ooh, there's a volume dial. I found it. Okay. Okay, so this turn we want to set up Cool-Headed. Maybe that draws us Noxious Fumes. No. I think we want to just defend and all-out attack. Maybe this is our chance to use this Duplication Potion all-out attack. It's hard to imagine it getting much better than 20 AoE damage to 3 dangerous enemies. Wow, we got to keep Ascender's Bane too. What a great outcome. Okay, Noxious Fumes will win us the fight eventually, if we're willing to wait around. Maybe we just use Fire Pot to save 10 health here. If we wanted to do that, we probably should have done it last turn, because it would have saved us 3 dazes too. But I don't want to restart the fight for that. So I think we Noxious Fumes, double defend, Fire Pot. Reinforced Body blocks out. We can zap Reinforced Body. We only really need to Reinforced Body for 1. The second energy only blocks for 1 additional. So I think I'm going to strike with it too. Let's draw a card. And great, that card's defend. That's perfect. He's already dead, so we'll punch this back guy. Beat the extra dazes. Well, fights tend to go well when you use 2 super powerful potions, but that fight went well. Do we need Cloak and Dagger? We've got some pretty good defensive cards. And no apparent Shiv synergy, so I think we're going to pass on Cloak and Dagger. We could take Deadly Poison, just to get the Noxious Fumes poison up and running a little bit faster. I think I like taking another damage common, and Deadly Poison's about as much damage as you can find. If you want to think about it that way. Bronze Scales is great, particularly for Hexaghost. No, it gives Defect or silent skills in this case. I think we feel strong enough to take the elite line. It's possible we die. But we're in pretty good shape here. A lot of good upgrades. I've been resting a lot, which makes me think maybe I should take the pain. There's no obvious way for me to remove it, though, and I'd have to take it all the way to the boss, so that's probably wrong. Probably Noxious Fumes. Scales up our damage real quick. Sure. Uh-oh. Maybe we can't survive this line. This fight, and then an elite fight, and then 2 more hard fights. Yikes. Also, we got 2 fat gremlins, so they're going to be very tricky to remove. It's possible dual cast just assassinates this one. Very low chance, though. It's 1 in 16. If it double hits the mad gremlin, we're not mad about that either. If it double hits anybody, we're pretty happy. And that's 1 in 4. But most of the time it spreads. If it just hits him for 8, then we can strike him to death. And I think we're pretty happy about that outcome. Alright. I'm happy about that outcome. If we deadly poison him, he takes 5, 4, 3, 2 before he dies. But then, after he takes 5 and 4, we can strike him to death. If we... Oh wait, we're going to be weak. So actually we wouldn't be able to strike him to death, because our strikes will only do 4. He would have... oh wait, he'd have 4 health after 5 and 4. Okay, so that's pretty perfect. Totally ignoring the fact that there's a friggin' gremlin wizard here. Very dangerous opponent. Noxious Fumes is a must this turn. And I think we start working down the wizard here. Oops, that was a mistake. Reinforced Body just blocks for more than defend. There's literally no reason to do it that way. Where's that duplication potion? I don't want to die, but it seems like the only way to not die is probably just killing him. We know exactly what Cool-Headed would draw. It's a strike. So we could strike him all out attack and zap. There's no way that's enough damage, though. It's only 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. He has 22. We definitely can't block out, so we are dead. Man, we didn't even make it to the 3rd elite. Jeez. Well, yeah, that one seems really good. It seems worth revisiting, but we got punked by those little goblins that got us. Well, now I feel bad that we came up with a cool name for the build, because it did not last very long.